We're good.
I'll bet you are. Talk about that. Talk about that last lap and what happened there, and take us through it.
I was nervous there. I thought we were losing an ignition box. We're gonna have to go back to the shop and look at it. It was cutting in and out there last few laps, and I was just praying that we got to the checkered flag, and it was a close one, but we made it. And I was looking in my mirror, and I didn't really want to wreck 2 race cars of Jack's, but I definitely wanted to win. And so I was doing all I could to make sure I blocked him, and it paid off. And it was a good one for the fans, that's for sure.
Mike Kelly, I bet you were a little nervous up on that pit box.
Yeah, I thought he came across the radio down the back straightaway, and he said the motor's letting go. And I thought he was kidding. I thought he was trying to do something to entice Carl to make one more stab at him or something. I had no idea. And when he came off turn 4 and I seen the puff of smoke, my stomach fell out, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're going sideways, backwards across the start-finish line. I just want to make sure we were the first one to cross the start-finish line, so it ended up working out in our favor.
Jack Roush, Carl Edwards came in here and he said a couple of things. He first of all said, wow. And then he said, you came on the radio and talked about you guys aren't having any kind of a disagreement there, are you? So talk about how things went for you as a car owner watching your 2 drivers battle it out like that.
Oh, I saw a bunch of opportunity for things to go horribly wrong there for Roush Fenway and for Carl and for Ricky. Happily, the tempers didn't rise above the boiling point, and everything was okay. Carl is exactly where he should be as an elderly statesman right now in this business, and Ricky's where he should be as a young guy with a lot of enthusiasm, motivation, anxious to make a name for himself. Ricky races pretty hard, and Carl, I'm sure, sometimes wishes Ricky wouldn't race him so hard, but in 5 years, Ricky will be the same place where Carl is today, and there'll be another Chris Buescher, or there'll be somebody else pushing him harder than he wants to be pushed. But anyway, we got through all that. That was not a problem. Everybody was cool and collected until the engine blew up. And of course, then it looked like Carl was maybe exacting a price from Ricky, but I'm sure that he had oil under his tires and just couldn't turn.
We have questions for one of these 3 gentlemen. Again, the wireless mics are available. Please raise your hand, give us your name and affiliation before you ask.
Ricky, Dave Jones, Pepsi Inside Track. After the week you had, or the night you had last Saturday night, it's got to feel good to take one tonight.
It does. That's that last restart. That's what I was thinking about. You know, we let a race go last week. We definitely had the dominant car. Tonight, I don't know if we had the dominant car. We had a fast race car. You know, Carl's car was fast, and the 33 and 2 were pretty good there at the end. So I knew we had to make something happen, and it was a wild battle for the lead there for a minute, and just glad that we were able to be that first one to finally get out there and get, you know, some clear traffic, and that's what we needed.
Jason Searcy, Speed Talk on 1360 for Ricky. Do you think, since he's your teammate, do you think that Carl was racing you a little bit too hard tonight?
You know, we both race really hard. It doesn't matter who it is. You know, we both want to win, and he's won a lot more than I have, so I think I probably want to win a little more than he does right now. But you know, at the same token, we probably raced a little too hard. But you know, I felt like he ran us up the racetrack there in turn 4 and got into us, and then after that, you know, I was going to drive as hard as I could to make sure I got back by him. And that's why I didn't cut him any slack there, passing him for the lead.
Jim Pedley with RacingToday.com. Ricky, did you see him come? Did you see the hit? Did you feel it? What was going on?
Oh, I definitely felt it. No, I was. That's all I was doing the whole time, was looking in the mirror. I saw him coming, and then I was looking in my left mirror, and I didn't see him left. And I couldn't see him out the back because the smoke was getting too bad. So I kind of eased up because I figured if he wasn't left, you know, maybe he's going to the outside. So it just worked out. He hit us pretty square and shot us across the line.
Other questions?
Chuck Schaffner from the AP. Ricky, I mean, did you think you weren't going to make it across the finish there at the end? Did you think you had enough momentum to get in?
If he wouldn't have hit us, we would have definitely ended up second, obviously. I knew we'd have had enough momentum to get there, just wasn't sure if we were going to be first or second. And you know, it worked out that we were first, and definitely don't want to win them like that. You know, you don't want to tear up a race car, but you definitely want to win.
Did Mike or one of the guys on your team have to? It seems like you got really peeved there at one time at Carl. Did they have to talk to you and kind of calm you down a little bit?
It seems like they have to do that a few times every race, not just this one. I do get a little frustrated out there. I think it's just the passion that I want to win, and know the ability in our team that we can win, and you don't want to do anything except win. So I think that's when everything gets to you. But you know, they do a good job at calming me down, and you know, it's just something we don't take personal outside of the race car. We get back to the shop, and we look past that.
Jeremiah Davis, Iowa State Daily. Ricky, as you said, you've had a couple up and down weeks. What does a win do for your confidence going forward?
Well, I mean, if you really look at it, we've had some great weeks. We finished 4th and led late at New Hampshire. We run 2nd at Nashville, a track that I haven't been that great at, and finished 2nd to Carl. And then we led 189 laps last week. It was disappointing not winning, but we still finished 3rd. And to come home with a win tonight, you know, it's good for us, especially going into the road courses. Jack's put a Grand Am car for David and myself to run and get more laps at Watkins Glen because I've never been there before. So
that's a secret, Ricky.
It's not a secret anymore, Jack. So we're going to run some and get some laps and go to these road courses and try to get solid top 10s out of them. And then we were looking at the schedules this week. After we cleared these road courses, we got 10 really good racetracks for us that we've ran really well at. So we're looking forward to getting past that.
Other questions?
Ricky, this is you guys' 10th top 5 finish this year. Nobody has more top 5s than you guys. Can you tell us a little bit about how hard it is to get a top 5 from week to week in the Nationwide with all the different tracks?
It's really hard. You know, especially this year. Not always the fastest cars are getting the top 5s and getting the wins. You know, we've had really fast race cars running in the top 5 a few weeks, and you know, I can count 5 on my hand right now that we were running well in the top 5, you know, top 3, and end up 8th or 9th because of fuel mileage. But the guys at Roush Yates have worked really hard on our fuel mileage. It's getting better, and I think that's going to help us further on down the road. But it's definitely tough to get these top 5s.
Jason Searcy, Speed Talk on 1360. Jack, everyone knows that you re-signed Carl Edwards. Would you prefer that he continue running in the Nationwide Series next year?
Short answer, that's yes. I think that for the companion races in particular, that if you have a chance to race on Saturday on the same tire and have the experience with the feel of the tire and the track, that it'll help you on Sunday or on Saturday night, or if you race on Friday for a Saturday night race or Sunday for a Saturday for a Sunday race. I think that it's beneficial. But you know, the benefit that Carl would get today would not be nearly what he got 3 years ago, or what Ricky would get today if he were in the Cup Series to race in the Nationwide Series. So the benefit is diminishing some, and it does exact a price. Carl will be he won't get as much sleep as he needs tonight, and he's likely to be suffer a little more from the heat if we have heat at Pocono. From the fact he was here. So the companion races, yes, but the idea of running a full schedule, I'd say I would not encourage him to do that. But I think he's made his decision. I think he's going to become a sportscaster for ESPN and for the Nationwide races. So maybe he'll still be missing his sleep running across the country. I'm not sure if he's going to just do the companion races or if he'll do all the races.
Anything else for these gentlemen? All right. Guys, congratulations. Jack, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was great stuff. That was great stuff. Hey, Ricky.